Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of our Sheffield United RTG career mode here on EAFC 24. We return today with a big episode with lots of crunch matches in the Premier League where we could wrap up the title in today's episode. We'll also have both legs of our Champions League quarter-final against Borussia Dortmund as well as the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley against Manchester City. Let's just jump straight into the first game, lots to get through today. And it's Spurs away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Come on, you Blades. As I've mentioned quite a lot, we've got big games coming in today's episode in all three competitions that we're still playing for and eyeing up this season. Of course, in the Premier League, trying to keep our unbeaten run going. And we're so close to going the whole season without losing a single game. But I think in today's episode with the big games that we've got, it could be make or break. And of course, I'd rather secure the quadruple than ensure that we go unbeaten. I'd rather have trophies in the cabinet. Now, of course, we lost Ibrahim in the last episode as well. So Vinny Souza stepping in today and picking up an assist straight away as well. Jacob Ramsey, who, again, his output's not been the greatest this year for someone who I want to get involved in attacking moments. I think he's only got like one goal and one assist or something like that. It's not many, but he's now scored a big goal here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium when we lead inside quarter of an hour. Wahi into Ramsey. Nice football this. Kirkes now. Dom might win that and does. And Luca, oh, it's a big save. Keeper came flying out and did well to get something on it. Of course, Spurs are one of the few sides to have taken points off us this season with the 1-1 draw in the reverse fixture at Bramall Lane, and Gavin Bazunu forced into a save here as Spurs look to get back into it before the break. Corner swung in and that should be cleared by Vinny Souza, and it is. Oh, Kirkes, that's brilliant. Oh, Kirkes. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, Milos Kirkes. I'm not actually sure if he's going to get credited with the assist, but that was a brilliant little run from kickoff down the left-hand side. Forces it through to Calvert-Lewin. And it was, well, I'm not sure if he'll be credited with it, but Dom does the rest and fires it into the roof of the net. Spurs looking for a late consolation. Saliba wins a header and now the break could be on. A lot of bodies been sent forward. Matthews finds Jebison, who's away from Calvin Bassey. And Jebison through for a third. Daniel Jebison. We love this man. Back from his 3-month layoff. First game since that injury, and he comes off the bench to wrap up the 3 points with the third goal. I love this man, another of the OGs. So I didn't actually realise it, but with Manchester City losing at Anfield by 2-1 and us beating Spurs, that has actually wrapped up the Premier League title. 25 points clear of Manchester City with only 24 points available. So we knew it was just a matter of time, but the Premier League title is wrapped up. Back-to-back league titles for Sheffield United, and of course we've got 8 games left to keep our unbeaten streak going. 0 losses in the Premier League. Can we keep it that way in the final 8? And of course, with the title now being wrapped up, it does mean we can start to rotate in the Premier League. Obviously, with this game coming on the weekend, we've got the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Borussia Dortmund to come in midweek. So I have made a whole host of changes as we host Liverpool at Bramall Lane. Come on, you Blades. Rafinha away from Saliba. Oh, and Saliba had a nibble, and Gakpo, oh, it's found a way in. Should probably have been a penalty for this challenge on Rafinha, not given, and Gakpo sort of flicks it up to himself and then, as I say, drills it low, hard at the feet of Gavin Bazunu, who can't keep it out. Still, Liverpool look for that second. Cody Gakpo, big save. Corner for Liverpool, swung in and cleared by Jebison. And Cameron Archer, one of the subs, calling on him to try and change the game, and he's done well there. Jefferson, back to Cam, and he's onside there. Cameron Archer, oh, it's a huge save from Alisson, but just couldn't quite finish it off at the end. Corners into the captain, and it's just over the top as we hunt for that equaliser. 25 minutes to save our invincible season. Well, just over 5 minutes left to play here. And, oh, Gabriel Jefferson, get in, boys! And it's the substitute, Gabriel Collins. I don't know if you remember the young lad. Canadian, I think 16-year-old. And I chucked him on the bench for today's game. And I thought I'd bring him on to see if he can have an impact. And instantly threads the ball through to Jefferson, who smashes in past Alisson. And it looks as if the invincible season may be staying alive for now. It might even get better. Cam's away from his man. And Archer reverses it to Gabriel. And Gabriel again. Couldn't get there before Alisson, and that will do it. Cracking climax to this game here at Bramall Lane. And we don't pick up all 3 points, but I don't care for it too much. The unbeaten streak remains alive. The boys are going crazy. We already know the title was wrapped up, but we remain unbeaten. Oh wow, and we're actually getting the trophy today. I didn't expect it to be now. I think Anna was still on the pitch, so should have the armband. And yet it is the skipper who will lift the Premier League trophy. I think this is the earliest I've ever won it, but it will be the big Bosnian to lift the Premier League for the second time in 2 years, as the Blades reclaim the Premier League trophy. So with the Premier League trophy now lifted, that is of course 2 of the 4 trophies that we set out for at the start of the season, with the Carabao Cup being one at Wembley earlier on in the season. And of course our attention now turns to the Champions League, the big one, the main one, as we face Borussia Dortmund first leg at home at Bramall Lane, in what is a huge fixture, as this is the one I really want. I'm happy with all the domestic honours, but we need to win the Champions League with this Blades team. It's Dortmund up next in a crucial tie in the Champions League. Come on, you Blades. So we know how good this Dortmund side is, having faced them in the group stage, but we did a decent job in those 2 games. I'm trying to cast my mind back. I know that we definitely won in Germany by 1-0, Wahi with the only goal. I can't remember what the scoreline was in... I know we faced them in match day 1 at home here at Bramall Lane, but I can't for the life of me remember what the score was. Well, this is trouble. That is big trouble. And Karim Adeyemi has just completely shown me up. What a goal. Dortmund coming right at us from the off here. Harmer beaten way too easily. Tchouameni. Still. Oh, that's a huge save by Gavin Bazunu. And it's not many times this season you have seen us put under this sort of pressure in a game, especially not here at Bramall Lane. Harmer wins it back, looking to get a foothold in this game. Luca. Evan ahead of him. Not a lot else on. Luca holds it up and brings Renchi into play. Now Harmer again. And Luca on the edge, able to let fly. And Gregor Kobel turns it round the post for the corner. Luca starting to get involved. Dangerous ball. Evan Ferguson couldn't quite get enough on it. Tchouameni, clever ball. Trouble here. Jota lays it on a plate and Dortmund lead by 2. And our quadruple hopes are starting to fade away here in the Champions League. And this is the one that we really need. This tie is not over yet, though. There's still a lot of football to be played. And Ramsey finds Wahi. And Luka Sucic pulls one back. manages to squeeze it through the body of Gregor Kobel. And just as I was saying, still lots of time for us to get back into this. In this game and the tie in general, Evans squeezes it through to Luca. And we're on the score sheet. Come on, boys. Ramsey into Vinny Souza. Good ball into Evan. Look at the space out wide for Renchi. And Renchi picks out Luca in the middle. Oh, how was Schlotterbeck got back and nicked that away? I don't care about Jota's shot. How has Nico Schlotterbeck got there? Luca floats the corner in. Evan attacks it. It's off the woodwork. And Borussia Dortmund will lead heading back to Germany. That was the toughest game we've faced all season long by a country mile. Dortmund so good, and we've got a mountain to climb heading to the Signal Iduna Park. So it's Bournemouth up next away at the Vitality down on the south coast. I'm solely focused on that Dortmund game that's coming up in midweek. So I'm going to go out there, try and put a few goals past Bournemouth and move swiftly on to that trip to Germany. Come on, you Blades. Quite a few changes for the team today, so we're maybe not quite as fluid as we would be, but still think we've got enough quality to get us the 3 points. Of course, doesn't really matter too much with the league wrapped up, but Calvert-Lewin, that is a great header. Going for a few individual accolades. DCL looking for that golden boot for back-to-back campaign. Corner for the Blades. Hayden to swing it in again. This time looking for Ewan, who's under it. And it's a carbon copy of DCL's goal. And it's the big 6'4" midfielder, Ewan Stone, who notches up another goal this season. Hayden, Dom, Ewan, Cam. Oh, brilliant little ball roll. And Cameron Archer, that's brilliant. 3-0. And we are putting Bournemouth to the sword. This is exactly what we needed before our trip to Germany. Malero swings the cross in. No. Oh, Gavin, what a save. And this could be trouble here as Malero down this left-hand side. Swings the cross in again. No. Oh, Gavin. On a one-man mission to keep this clean sheet. And it's Cameron Archer again from range. Oh, what a hit from Cam to seal the game off. 4-0 to the Blades. And that is a beautiful strike on the counter. Started by Cam and finished by Cam to seal the victory. What a hit, son. That beautiful curling effort from Cam is the icing on the cake for the Blades. Another 3 points and exactly the performance we needed before we head to Germany. So it's time for the big one at the Signal Iduna Park. Borussia Dortmund lead by 2-1 on aggregate. And we need to turn this around and make it to the final four of the competition. I'm going to be absolutely gutted if we go out tonight. Come on, you Blades. Huge task on our hands here. But we did win here on match day 6 of the group stage campaign. So looking to do the same here again. And Kirkes does well. And hang on. Luka Sucic denied. Well, Dortmund flew out the blocks at Bramall Lane. And we're looking to do the same here on their home turf. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin doing what DCL does best. Heading in from the Luka Sucic corner. And that is why I started him tonight. I needed my main source of goals tonight. And Calvert-Lewin inside 6 minutes opens the scoring. That is exactly what we needed. And we've been right on it from the first minute. And Wahi finds Luka. Souza out to Renchi. Flag stays down. Cross into Wahi. Oh my goodness. Eli Wahi. What a header. And we've completely flipped the script here. Saliba, who calmly prods it out to Kirkes, who's away from Kessie. And Kessie's not going to catch him. And Kirkes storming down the left. Drills it across. Luka Sucic! It's 3 for the Blades. And it's our front 3 that have done it. What a run by Kerkez down the left. Picks out the Croatian. And the Blades fans in that top corner of the stadium going absolutely berserk. Calafiori misses it. Luka doesn't. And he thrashes it into that far corner past the leg of Gregor Kobel. 2-goal advantage for the Blades heading into the second half. Adeyemi. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, it's a brilliant goal by Dortmund. And Diogo Jota slams in. And the hosts are back in the tie. 4-3 on aggregate now. This has been an all-timer. And there is the whistle at the Signal Iduna Park. And it's our front 3 that send us into the final 4 of the Champions League. That first half display was absolutely scintillating from Sheffield United. And despite Diogo Jota's goal in the second half, we were able to hold on in an absolute cracker of a tie that finishes Borussia Dortmund 3, Sheffield United 4. So we should find out in a moment's time who it is we will face. You can see that PSG will be heading through to the final 4 alongside us, where we could face a repeat of last year's round of 16 tie against the Parisians. Arsenal Manchester United is level at 1 apiece after the first leg, and I'd expect Atletico Madrid to get through against Sparta Prague. So unfortunately there was no news article for the Champions League semi-final draw, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, where we will be taking on Arsenal. Okay, I don't mind that. I wanted to avoid PSG, and considering how good we've gone this year domestically, I would have fancied either of Arsenal or Manchester United, and I wanted to avoid PSG or Atletico, so I'll actually take that. I reckon we can do them over 2 legs. So of course the 2-legged affair against Arsenal will come in the next episode, but another big clash here as we take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City at Wembley. And this feels pretty much like the final, as the other semi-final consists of Hull City against Everton. So if we get through this, I fancy us to win in the final. Massive game here, and we need to make sure we get to the FA Cup final. Come on, you Blades, still in the hunt of the quadruple. Here we go then at Wembley, and as I say, the big game's just coming thick and fast, and I'm still not really recovered from that tie against Borussia Dortmund. Both legs were incredibly tense, but that first half at the Signal Iduna Park was something special from our Blades. And here we go, Luka Sucic straight from the off. Sucic! Oh, I don't believe he's missed it. This is good from the Blades. And Cameron Archer to hit one. And Merritt turns it behind. Souza will get that back down on the deck and finds Ramsey. Nice feet. Gabriel, Ramsey, and Cam to hit one again. And Merritt pushes it away again. Well, that's dangerous. Haaland, well, he's not going to miss that. You cannot give the big man a free header like that. And Erling Haaland, despite the pressure from the Blades, gives Manchester City the lead. That goal's just given City a bit of confidence. And Haaland looking to get away again. Anel does well. And now we look to come on the break. Luka looking for Cam, who's already had a couple of chances, and that is a fucking rocket from Cameron Archer. Mind my language, but what a hit from Cam. Luka sends him through. He's a little bit wide a go after the first touch, but he absolutely leathers it into that top corner. Cameron Archer, denied twice already, third time lucky, gets us on the score sheet. Aliou looking to go early. Jefferson wins the header. Jefferson with Luka in support. And this time, can Luka finish? Yes, he can. Keeps it low and hard this time. And Luka Sucic, who's on brilliant form at the moment, fires us into the lead at Wembley. Ramsey with bodies ahead of him. Cam finds Luka. And Ramsey to Gabriel. Oh, what a hit. And that will surely do it for the Blades. And we will be heading back to Wembley at the end of May as we look to retain our FA Cup and complete the quadruple. And there's the full-time whistle at Wembley. And despite going a goal down after Erling Haaland's header in the first half, it's the Blades who fight back to win in the semi-final. And we will be back here to face either Hull City or Everton as we look to retain our FA Cup crown and complete a historic and unprecedented quadruple. So Chelsea and Manchester United to close out today's episode, but let's find out who it is we will face. And it is Everton. Hull City unfortunately falling to defeat at Wembley. So it will be the Toffees, Wahi and DCL against their former team as we look to complete a quadruple. So a bit of bad news before we face Chelsea as we see that poor Daniel Jebbison, just back from a 3-month layoff, getting a good run in the team, and he's now down again until the end of the season. Gutted for Daniel Jebbison. But we move on, as I say, Chelsea at home before we face Manchester United to close out the episode. Come on, you Blades. Oh, look at the bodies we've got forward here. Hayden looks for Wahi over the top. It's a brilliant pass, and Wahi's going to get there. And can he finish? Yes, he can. What a pass by Hayden Hackney. And in the form that this man's been in the second half of the campaign, he was never going to miss once he ran through. Pepe back to Nkunku. The kryptonite, Christopher Nkunku. Pepe, nicely worked, and Enzo Fernandez slams in the equaliser. No clean sheet for Gavin Bazunu today, and we've lost it with 5 to play. That's frustrating, that. Ewan into Nilos. Oh, terrible tackle, that. I've taken all my free kick takers off. It will be Nilos Kaya to go up and over. Oh, it's off the woodwork and cleared away. So unlucky from Nilos, who nearly won the game for the Blades. And there's the final whistle as well. Doesn't really make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but it would have been a cracker from Nilos. Cannons off the crossbar, and Chelsea score late to grab a point from the champions. Right then, final game of today's episode, and it's the Red Devils Manchester United coming to take us on at Bramall Lane. Saliba, that's good. That's how you deal with Højlund. Ewan looks for Cam, and he might just get there. Cameron Archer, tight angle. Oh no, Nana flicks it onto the post. Højlund this time gets it out to Molina. Nicely worked that. Oh, and Gavin's beaten. And we won't have a clean sheet. And our unbeaten streak is also under threat here from Manchester United. Well, we've got that big Champions League semi-final first leg to come in midweek. So I don't even really have many of my starters on the bench. But it doesn't look like we're going to need them as Reece Matthews levels up pretty much straight from kickoff. And I'm not letting this unbeaten streak slip away. Højlund runs into Saliba, who's done a brilliant job on him today. And now Gus brings it forward. Cam's on the move, and he's looked lively today. Brilliant from Cam. And Ewan flips the script on Manchester United. And I'm really getting on with this lad, Ewan Stone. He has been fantastic for us this season. And at the moment, he's getting the nod over Harry Matthews. And the reason for that is because he keeps on performing. And that's a brilliant move And Cam's in behind. And Cameron Archer makes it 3. And in just 20 second half minutes, we have completely turned this game around. Diaby, look at the run of Seamus Allen through the middle. What a run. And Seamus makes it 4. And I think that's his first of the year. Brilliant run from midfield. And we have completely turned this game around in the second half. 4-1. And that should do it now. The 3 points are once again heading to Sheffield United. And our invincible, unbeaten season is still on here. Alright then guys, that is where we will leave it for today's episode. Our main target of making it through that Champions League quarter-final tie against Borussia Dortmund complete. We also made it to the FA Cup final where we will take on Everton after we beat Man City at Wembley. And our unbeaten, invincible season is still on in the Premier League as we look to go the whole campaign without losing a single game. In the next episode, we'll play both legs of the semi-final against Arsenal and our final Premier League games as well. So make sure to catch that. It'll be out very soon and I hope to catch you for it. Peace.